some clients aren't upset about that I am upset about. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What's got you hot and bothered? Well, what's got me hot and bothered is that what's happening in your OBGYN's office. I had a great interview for the Hormone Prescription Podcast. If you know it, check it out. We have a new episode every Tuesday, but I was interviewing Dr. Tabitha Barber yesterday, and her episode will come out. Hey, everybody, how are you? Her episode won't come out till next month, but boy, did we get in a heated discussion because, we're both OBGYNs, we're both functionally trained and have a holistic approach and now know the truth about our hormones and health. And we had some real honest conversation, y'all. I'm not gonna get, I'm just telling you, real honest conversation. That's why I love Tab, because she's like me. She tells it like it is. She's very transparent and honest. And we invested our lives into getting trained into OBGYN and how to help women the most in their lives, only to discover after over a decade that we actually weren't helping women and probably were hurting them. And so that's what I'm on a rant about today is the fact that you all are not getting the right information that you need about your hormones. You're being told to suppress hormonal symptoms. So you go in with, I have irregular periods, heavy periods, painful periods. And what happens? Does anyone do an investigation into why? Not really. They might do an ultrasound or something. They don't check your hormone levels. And then what do? Put you on a birth control pill, give you a Depo-Provera shot, give you an IUD with progestin in it, right? Shut up your female hormone system. That's what they're doing. And your symptoms are not given to you so that they can be shut up. Your symptoms are given to you so your body can communicate to you what's wrong so that you can figure out why you have this symptom and fix it. And all the OBGYNs are doing is giving you things to shut up your symptoms. You have pain on your period, first off, don't get me started. We think that that's pretty typical. It's not normal. It's not normal to need pain medicine. Hey, Iris. Hey, Cindy. Hey, how are you guys? Faye, Rudy, Mary, Susan, good to see you. So that's not why it's not okay to have pain on our periods. You shouldn't have pain on your periods. And we have a whole industry, billion-dollar industry, that profits off of you having pain on your periods. Why, as OBGYNs, are we not saying something's wrong? Because we're not trained in that. And Dr. Tab made this great point when we were talking yesterday about the fact that we OBGYNs are really a surgical subspecialty. We are trained to expertly deliver babies, do hysterectomies, laparoscopies, things like that, but not so much trained, really not trained in the art and science of balancing your hormones, of proper testing for your hormones, all the things that keep you sleeping well, having great energy, great hair, great sex drive, feeling good, happy, emotionally balanced, great memory, focus, concentration, all the things that make your everyday life better. We are not trained in that. And so I'm really in a rant about this because you don't even know what you don't know. And you're socialized and taught that OBGYNs know more about women's health than anyone else. And I'm not singling us out, right? Like it's the internal medicine, the family practice doctors, all of us. And you're going there and you're being given NSAIDs when you have pain on your periods. You're being given birth control pills to shut off your female hormone system. And then when all those things don't work, what happens? You're going to get a laparoscopy. You might have an ovary removed. And then what happens? You're going to end up with a hysterectomy, which is one of the top 2 surgeries performed in the United States annually. Millions of hysterectomy, millions of women lose their uterus every year. And the thing is, it doesn't fix the problem. The problem is hormonal imbalance. Hysterectomy does not fix it. It stops your uterus that's responding to that hormonal imbalance from bleeding and having pain. which is something, but it doesn't fix the hormonal imbalance, which is the reason why you had the heavy, irregular, painful bleeding in the first place. And then when your hormone imbalance isn't fixed, what happens? You end up with breast cancer. And then your menopause is miserable. And you're like 60 to 70% of other menopausal women where you're overweight, tired, and you really have a substandard quality of life, all because nobody asked the question what was going on with your hormones back in your 20s when you were having pain on your period and having all these things that 20-year-olds and sometimes teenagers have that nobody properly addresses. So that's what I'm on a rant about today. Iris says I need to get my daughter on this, who has just finally resorted to having the Mirena coil for years of heavy bleeding. Do not get the Mirena. No. Do you work with clients in the UK? Unfortunately, I don't. But there are lots of good docs over there. You just need to find the right one. So that's what I'm on a rant about. I have created another solution for a hormone balance for you ladies in 2022, and it is the Hormone Bliss Challenge, and enrollment is now open. You can read more about it at hormoneblisschallenge.com. I will get the link up in the link tree on Instagram shortly, and we'll get it over on Facebook. And those of you who are already in the Stop the Menopause Madness Summit Facebook group, you're going to have a front row seat, although you're not going to get everything that we're going to offer in the challenge unless you sign up. We'll pin a sign up there in that group shortly, because that's going to be our Facebook group. So there are already 3,500 of you in there. Super easy. Just click the link, go on over, join. I'm going to be going live every day for 14 days and teaching. And we've got a great workbook for you where I'm going to teach you the exact steps I take my one-on-one clients through to balance their hormones. I ran this right after the summit, and we had some amazing results. One of the ladies who started working with me one-on-one after that, she told me the other day that her insulin balanced from being highly abnormal and almost pre-diabetic to almost being completely normal. And insulin feeds into all your other hormones. And she did that in 2 weeks. What does that mean for her? Less hot flashes, better sleep. Everybody wants better sleep, better energy, less sugar cravings, more emotional stability, which was an issue for her because she was snapping at her teenagers more than a little bit. How many of you has that happened for, right? Like when your hormones are out of balance, what happens? Your relationships suffer because you're snapping at the kids for no reason, or more severely than you should be if things, it was just like a little thing they did and you're like, the claws come out, probably your hormones. Not doing so great at work, probably your hormones. So that's the thing I'm on a rant about, and I'm on a rant about it to help you get your hormones balanced so you can do all the things that hormone balance gives you, right? Nothing happens with your health without hormone balance. Everything you want with your health only happens with hormone balance. You want to lose weight, you got to balance your hormones. You want great energy, you got to balance your hormones. You want great sleep, you got to balance your hormones. You want a great sex drive, you got to balance your hormones. You want good cognitive function, mood, memory, concentration, focus. It only happens with balanced hormones. You want great gastrointestinal health with quiet digestion that gives you a nice Nike swish poop every day. It only happens with balanced hormones. You want great skin with great elasticity and not too many wrinkles or sagging. It only happens with hormone balance. Everything you want with your health only happens with hormone balance. So whatever that looks like for you, the Hormone Bliss Challenge was created for you. 14 days, 14 simple steps. Well, I called it 12 days, but I really give you 2 bonus days. See, I already told you. So it's really 14 days. Simple steps, action, one little thing to do every single day. One thing. You got time for one thing. Your hormones are worth one thing. One simple thing every day. Who can do that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know over here on Instagram, Facebook. Who could do one thing for their hormones every single day? You can. Super easy. Like, what do you do for your teeth? You brush your teeth every day, right? Hopefully you do. Super simple. Keeps your teeth in your mouth healthy so you have them forever to chew your food. Hormone balance, one simple thing every single day. So that's what we'll be doing. So I'm going to be coming and talking more about that with you and a bunch of other topics that are super fun. I'm going to share a routine with you for something related to hormone balance here where you're watching. That's super easy that you can add. I'm going to tell you about my greatest failure with hormone balancing and what that looked like. And boy, was it a disaster. You for sure want to hear that. And I'm going to tell you the top 3 things that make the biggest improvement with certain of the hormones that you're trying to balance. And it's not about a prescription. So you're definitely going to want to join me. I'm going to be coming live and talking to you every day about these things. But definitely hop on over to hormoneblisschallenge.com. Read all about the challenge. You will love it. There's some people who've participated in the challenge on there telling their stories and why they loved it and what they got out of it. And I hope to see you there. It's going to start on January 24th. I forgot to say that. And we will be going live every day. You'll have a chance to talk with me, have Q&A, which is super fun in a private forum, not necessarily on a public forum like this. So I'd also love to know, what are you in a rant about today related to your health or hormones? I told you my rant today is about what's happening in regular OBGYN's offices with your hormones, how you're going to from the pill to the Mirena to the depot shot to the laparoscopy to the hysterectomy to breast cancer to miserable menopause. That is the trajectory of your health and hormones when you enter the traditional mainstream medicine, what I call corporate medical hormone management program. That's what you're going to get. So if you want something different, come join me at the Hormone Bliss Challenge and let's bliss out and balance your hormones so we can make 2022 the best year yet for you. It really can be. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.